Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel. And for all your new subscribers that recently come aboard my channel, thank you so much. Well, so today is midweek. It is January 10th, and I'll let you know how we're doing for the month. And then I officially have my weekly updates on Monday to Monday. But so we started out the year at 258.6. Again, very disappointing year in 2023, but that's all behind us now. Midweek weigh-in, I'm 249.7, so I'm down 8.9 pounds for the month. Goal is to lose 6 pounds for the month of January, and that would give me an weekly average of 1.5. And that's usually what I was doing during the course of my 3 years, but I was really vigilant and careful. All right. Some months I'd have good months, other months I'd have bad months, other months I'd have non-scale victories. So it all adds up at the end of the day, and so just be patient with the weight loss. Okay. So what we got going on for today, guys? Well, we're just a few days out before we're going to have hip surgery. So and it's had a lot of heavy rain last night, and the sky just opened up again and started pouring out. Now the rain is shut off right now, so I guess it's going to be like that all day today. So today we're going to be making a chicken pot pie, and we haven't got any xanthan gum for the thickening agent, so we're going to have to use a little bit of all-purpose non-GO flour. I guess that's what you would call it. So we're just going to take 2 big helping tablespoons of it, and we're going to just use that for kind of like a roux. And so we get some chicken breasts, and we're going to cube them up. We're going to fry them up in the Dutch oven today on the induction cooking top that I have. And once we get that chicken cooked, we'll remove it, put that in a bowl, and then we'll make our roux or our thick gravy with heavy cream and some other ingredients. I'll have all the directions and my ingredients amount over the timeline. Now I got this particular recipe on YouTube, and she made a really nice thick gravy sauce for that. For chicken pot pie, and then we're going to use a bag of assorted vegetables that I picked up at Market Basket, and the frozen vegetables. We're going to be using, I believe it's just peas and carrots in that. And remember, we're trying to keep the carbs down low. Now. And then we're going to be using the cheese topping with almond flour on a recipe from the Low-Carb recipe with Jennifer. And both of their links are in below to show more where I get the recipes from. So I'm just combining 2 different recipes, and I'm making it unique to my own. And then we're going to make some cheese crackers, and then we're going to be making some banana bread late in the day. And so we're going to get into the video in a couple of minutes, but I wanted to show you what I bought. I bought this off of Amazon. What it is, it goes over your rear view mirror, and you can hook your mobile camera to it, and I'll show you the device. And I paid $20 for that. I'll have the link in the show more if you want one. So it was very easy to set up, and so basically it goes on the back side of your mirror like this. These 2 clamps right here, they adjust to your mirror, so you're not going to put any pressure or ruin your mirror. And then this is for your mobile phone, and this opens up quite a bit. You just press this, it opens it up to any size phone. I happen to have a case around my phone because I don't want to damage it if it drops. One of those protective cases. And what's great about this is you can move it up, you can move it down, you can move it on different angles, like that. And I thought this would be ideal instead of using the mini dash for the dash cam. I'm going to start doing some road video using this. So if I'm in my car with my by myself, and I'm just driving around, then if I want to do a live video, I could do that to show you what my roads look like in Leominster. And if I'm waiting for my wife on her appointments, we could do some video blogs using that, so you don't have to hold the camera up all the time to get a nice smooth video. But ain't that cool? For like $20, I mean, who knew, right? So I tried a couple of different ones, and I weren't happy with them, and I kept sending them back, and so we ended up with that. So today we're going to be using the Dutch oven today, and they're going to put, once we got everything all prepped, they're going to put it in a casserole dish, and then we're going to bake it off of the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes until everything's fully cooked. And we'll come back and we'll talk about it and show you the final plate. And same thing with the crackers and the banana bread. But on the cracker recipe, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to just treat myself to that type of flour instead of the almond flour that I traditionally would, and we'll use the food processor. We'll put the ingredients in the food in that, and we'll add the cheddar cheese in it. And according to the YouTuber, when you blend it all together a little bit, you check the moisture content, and it feels too dry. You just keeps adding drops of water, tablespoons of water until you get it to like a doughy texture, and then we'll take that out of the blender, and then we'll put it on a Ziploc bag, and we'll seal it up. We'll put that baby in the refrigerator for a good half hour or so, and then we'll cut it in half, and then we'll roll it out into crackers. And then I got my nice brand new ruler that I bought, a stainless steel ruler. And once I got it rolled out into a rectangular shape, I'll use the ruler as a guideline to just flip it over, and I'll cut it and make my cracker shapes, and then I'll cut it with the pizza wheel cutter, and then I'll put little holes in, just kind of like the cheesy crackers. But the thing of it is, I sent out for a a cookie wheel cutter, and they haven't got it yet. You know what I mean? But they, I think it's just on delay. But yeah, so that's about all it for today. And of course, the banana bread recipe we'll make, and we're going to film all that out. And when I post each one of those videos, some of them may be low carb, some of them may not be, so don't judge. My goal is to lose 1.5 pounds a week. And if I achieve that goal at the end of the month, we'll be fine. Now, here's what the deal is with the hip. I can't go walking too much right now because my left hip is collapsing a lot and it's causing me to fall. So I'm afraid that I'm going to get hurt. So once I get the hip out and get that fully rehabbed, I'll be good to go. Plan on doing a ton of walking. Most of you know on my other few videos, I still planning on going back to work, and I'm still planning on going back to school. Okay, so that's the directions that we're going to, and so I hope you enjoyed this small short little segment video. Let's get right into the video recipe from this point, and then this video will be the chicken pot pie recipe video, and the other two will be on separate videos. I may or may not talk about it on the video itself. If I don't talk about it, I'll do a voiceover in the back room because it's just too much distraction in the front room and noise level and all that baloney with the apartment noise. So without further ado, let's go right into the chicken pot pie video, and I hope you enjoy the day. And remember, if anybody hasn't told you guys this, you guys are amazing, and I truly mean that. And thank you for watching. Hi guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be making a chicken pot pie. For this you'll need chicken, obviously. So we got some boneless chicken breast. So right now I'm just taking off the excess fat and stuff I don't want, and then I'm slicing through the horizontal like this with a sharp knife, the stainless steel knife set we got for Christmas this past year. And then at that point I'm going to just take all the chicken and cube it up and put it in the bowl and get ready to put it into the Dutch oven. So just follow me along, and I'll talk over the timeline as we get to each process step. Okay, now that we got the chicken out of the way, now we're going to be using a new wave. Live well for less. And we're going to use the Dutch oven today. We're going to get this going under 350 degrees heat. We're going to put a little bit of avocado oil, get that cranking up, and then we're going to add the chicken into it to the Dutch oven and get that cooking almost up to about 90-95% done. And that's the brand of avocado oil. Now you could be using almost really any good quality oil. And yeah, so just follow me along, and the next process is pretty simple. You can see how I'm cooking up my chicken, and then just continue on. Well, the next process calls for 2 tablespoons of salted butter. Got it melted in the Dutch oven, and yeah, and they're going to put a couple of heaping tablespoons of flour there. Now it calls for xanthan gum, but I ran out of xanthan gum. I didn't have enough. I didn't have any actually, so I used that as my thickening agent. So don't judge what I'm doing. But if you got enough macros at the end of the day, you're okay with that. But remember, this is about weight loss, and we're trying to make it as low carb as possible. So just follow along and continue on. When I was making my roux there, I realized I really need to work fast with this there, so it kind of like always clunking up on me, so I ended up adding another couple more tablespoons of butter, and it eventually wound up being fine. This probably would have been fine the way it is, but I didn't want it to be all clunked up or anything, because I didn't realize I could be that great when it comes to making recipes, but this recipe came out really, really great. And then after we got it all, then we added the spices, and then we added a cup of heavy whipping cream and a cup of chicken broth, and then we let it kept cooking, and then we added a bag of vegetables, and we added back our chicken, and then I gave it a really good stir, and I set it aside, and then the next process step would be to make the topping for it, and we'll go over that when we get to that video segment. On this segment, I was adding my spices in: 1/4 of a teaspoon of dried thyme, 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, and a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And it was pretty much simple, and just continue following me along. And yeah, sometimes doing these videos, you hear some apartment noise, and now I'm adding back the chicken into the Dutch oven. You can see by the gravy mix, I don't know what you call that, the pie filling mix, it was really nice and thick at that point. And yeah, I did an outstanding job with that. And now I'm adding my peas and carrots, and it can be any vegetable of your choice. Mushrooms would go good with this. Also, kale, almost anything, broccoli, whatever your heart desires, or whatever you're in the mood for vegetables. Normally, I'd be putting in corn and that, but I'm not doing corn because it's too much starch. You know, again, I'm trying to really watch it, even though I did use flour for the roux this time. Next time I make this, I'll make sure I got the xanthan gum. But there you have my base for my chicken pot pie. So without further ado, why don't we just go right into the next segment and create the topping for the pie crust filling, I guess. Okay, for the topping for the pie crust, you need 1 1/2 cup of almond flour, and I'm using the Great Value brand from our friends at Walmart's. 1/2 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and then we're going to mix everything all up to get out any lumps with the whisk. And then we're going to have 3 eggs beaten and room temperature eggs, and then we're going to mix that all together and add about 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese on top of it. And then once we get that all mixed up, we'll scoop everything all up and put it into the bowl with an ice cream scooper and into the Dutch oven on top of the pie filling. And then we add a little more cheese on the top of that. We'll bake that into a 350-degree oven for approximately 30, 35 to 40 minutes, and then with the lid on it, and obviously, and then we'll take it out. We'll come back, we'll talk about it, and let's continue on with the video process. So now that I got all these cheese almond flour filling in the Dutch oven. I'm just taking my spatula a little bit and just flattening them down a little bit. And then I'm going to pop some cheese over the top because you know, everything tastes better with cheese. And then once we get that all complete there, we're going to put the lid back on the Dutch oven, pop it in the oven for 350 degrees, again for 30-35 minutes. And the final talk through, we'll talk about it in a live video in the back room. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. And look how nice that, now it's been 35 minutes at this point. You know, I'm just trying to get a nice photograph for the thumbnail. Look at that. Hi guys, that does look really great. This is the best, probably the best recipe I ever made so far today. And I've been on keto for 3 years, going on my 4th year. But this it was so filling, it's unbelievable. I obviously didn't eat all that, so hey, whatever. I had actually a couple good sized plates of it, and then I ended up taking the rest and put it in portion control bowls. So now I got a couple extra meals for the week. And this is an easy way to prep, plan, and prepare for the week also. And you can just break this up and have it every other night. And it freezes well too. So yeah, again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Let's go right in the back room now and talk about it. And hope you enjoy the video. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. Well, this is what we made today for dinner. We made a nice chicken pot pie. Check that out, huh? Haven't had a bite of it yet, but I'm really anxious to see how it's coming out. So I got this recipe from 2 different YouTubers. One was Jennifer Vans from Low-Carb Recipes with Jennifer. I made her topping crust for that. And then the other recipe, I ended up using her recipe, but I just changed it up to make it to my own tasting. So I used 2 cups of almond flour. And well, actually for the ingredients, I use okay, let's get backtrack, edit. So for the ingredients now, I didn't have any Xanthan gum on hand, so remember, don't judge. I used 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, which is the gluten-free, and I ended up using that for my thickening agent, okay? And then I used 2 tablespoons of salted butter, 1 cup of chicken broth, 1 cup of heavy cream, 1/4 of a teaspoon of dried thyme, 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder. And then for my choice of vegetable, I used, well, what was 11-ounce bag of frozen vegetables. I used carrots and peas. That was my choice. You could use any choice you want. And a little bit of fresh salt and pepper to taste. Okay, so once I made my roux by putting in the butter in the bottom, I put the little bit of flour, and I kept stirring it. It became like a little bit of a gravy, and then it was clumping up on me, so I added just a little bit of butter, and I got it to the desired look that I wanted in the Dutch oven skillet. And before I even did all that, I cubed up my chicken. I had a pound of chicken breast, boneless, cubed it all up, patted it all dry, and then I popped it into a bowl. I left it on a cutting board actually, and then I put it into the Dutch oven with a little bit of cooking oil, and I put the avocado oil as choice of my oil, salt, peppered it really well, got that all cooked up, and then when I made my roux with all the batter that I did, I added the bag of vegetables in, and then I added the chicken right in, and I mixed it all in really well. And then so now for the toppings, I took an actual 1.5 cups of almond flour, 1/2 a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 a teaspoon of baking powder. I mixed that all really well with the whisk, and then you'll see all that in the video. And then I ended up take 3 eggs, I whisked them really well, and then I mixed all that into formed like a nice batter crust, so to speak. And then I used an ice cream scoop and I put it all on the top, and then I kind of like flattened it down a little bit with the spatula. And then I ended up taking with the rubber spatula there, and then I ended up taking a little more of the cheddar cheese and I put it on the top, and I baked it in the oven for about 30 minutes. And this is the result. And I just want to, again, this is what it came out to be like. Doesn't it look really good? Oh my God. But I love chicken pie, and trying to really be vegetarian now, losing weight. Again, the flour that I use is, I have it in my macros where I can have it for today, but just being mindful that you have options to have it, make a nice thickening agent. If you're going to use Xanthan gum, bring up your liquid to a boil, your heavy cream in your broth, and then take and it could be any broth of your choice, by the way. It doesn't have to be chicken broth. And take a couple of tablespoons of sandra gum and just sprinkle it over the top, and just keep working it, and eventually it'll thicken up. But this is what I come up with. Oh my God. Just like my mom used to make, really. That's the topping for crust. Check that out. So remember, we're getting into the winter months now. Like we're already into winter, and you're gonna want something that's gonna stick to your stomach, okay? And I'm trying to be really vigilant and careful what I eat and the amounts that I eat now, and what we're gonna do with whatever I'm not gonna have for today. I'm gonna portion it out in containers, and I'm gonna pop in the freezer. And I'll have it for the next couple of days, and then when I don't want it no more, I'll just put the rest in the freezer. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, yeah. It's really, really good. Can I cook or what? Let's see how crust. So you see this can of Coke? I only got about 4 left, so when that's all done on my Cokes there, and I'm going to lay off of it for a little while, because I want to think, again, I'm trying to eliminate any possible foods that might be causing me to have a trigger and eat those sweetie foods that I was eating before the holidays and all that stuff before I finally smartened up. But yeah, so it's very important for me to get healthy and encourage you guys to get healthy. Now, I was thinking about the first year that I was on keto, and I was really vigilant, really careful. I dropped 100 pounds from August to August. Right when I hit my anniversary, I hit 100-pound weight loss. I'm not going to say I'm lose 100 and 100 to next January, because I really only want to lose another 70 pounds. That's still a lot of weight. But, I was averaging about 1.5 pounds a week. And sometimes I'd go where it stalled out, and then all of a sudden, boom, have a big weight loss, and, that sort of thing. And I expect the same thing's going to happen this time around. Now, once I have my hip replaced, I'll be able to go out and get some more walking, good quality walking, and get back to work. I'm going to feel good about myself. I am feeling good about myself. I do feel good about myself. I know you guys are going to be able to get through this, like I'm going to get through this, and together we're going to have a really, really successful year for weight loss. And if you're struggling with anything, give me a shout out, and I'll gladly help you. All I'm going to ask is for prayers when I go in for my surgery. I'll be fine, but I just the extra prayers do help. So I'm going to leave you guys with this thought. You are amazing. But I forgot to tell you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Bye.